Welcome back, everyone. Okay, let's get some more work done on this ship. Just going to get these pieces into the impulse engines now. Shape there, it goes to a point on this side, it goes right inside there, so it cradles itself right inside like that. So I'm thinking for these small areas in here, I'll use SMDs, those really teeny tiny LEDs. Well, SMDs for the front and just the regular LEDs for the back here. And the same for up here, LED. I'll cover that. I can just use white ones. I don't need red because the red of those will cover that, no problem. Yeah, okay, that takes care of that. Now we have the fore and aft torpedo launchers. Alright, so I'm going to get started here with the installation of these LEDs. I got the whites, greens, reds. So we need a red for the top part of the hull, the bottom, and then we got a red for the port side of the engine, and green for the starboard. Okay, so let's get those in place, and then after that we can wire these lights together. I'm going to start with the starboard side, which is green. The red LED. Now I got the white one. White LEDs tend to be along the spine of the ship. It's neutral. I had to move this LED back here because of the base. Now I need to do one more LED for the flasher right here. And then there's another LED fiber optic line where it lights up the lettering here. So I'm going to have another LED right here. A white one. Remember, along the spine is white. just like that. So I got these other LEDs here that will be used for the torpedo launchers. So I'm just going to flatten these heads out just a little bit. Okay, so I got those on there. Since these here were clear plastic parts, the light was shining right up through them. And they don't need to be red LEDs, since I painted the plastic bits red like that. So they're just white. I'm just going to get the LED there for the navigation and the SMDs up here to light up the back here. Okay, so I got these all tied in together, so it looks good. Okay, I got 360 ohm resistors going to go in the whites and the greens. Let's start with this in here. So I'm going to make the slow navigation flashers green and yellow. the red LEDs, I'm using 1K resistor. Okay, so the flasher here needs 360. This LED is a strobe, so I'm going to make those wires a different color. I'm making those brown and white. So I got these extensions that go down into the engineering hall to tie in with the other LEDs, and then from there I'll have another lines going down into the stand. And I don't think I need to do that. When I build the circuit, I think I'll put the circuit right in here, and then everything else goes down here into the engineering hall to tie in with the other LEDs. Now for the flashers, I'll have to get them all covered in, painted over, chrome silvered, so that the LEDs don't interfere with them. So when the flash turns off, these things go black. You don't see any of their other light coming through. Same with the torpedoes. Let's get the torpedoes done here. So I'm going to put 1K resistor on the reds, all the reds, because I'm going to need a 12-volt power supply to light up the ship. Okay, got these all in here. 360 ohms on the green and the white, and 1K on the red. And I got all of these tied in together. Got the main lines going down to tie into the other one. Let's do a quick light test just to make sure these are going to turn on. Look at that. Damn! This puppy's gonna look good. Ooh, yeah. Okay, so I'm working on the warp engines here. So I got starboard engines here, green LEDs, port engines here, red LEDs. So those are installed. Just got to get the resistors on these. The red ones are going to get 1K. The green ones are going to get 460 ohm resistors. These are the ones that do not flash. They're on constantly. You do not tie these into here, because the lines that are just a regular LEDs are going to get on to a 5-volt regulator to help control the current, so it'll make the LEDs last. So once these are all in place and I got the lines run, everything's going to be chrome silvered or whatever color that just blocks any light from interfering with them. Well, these ones here really, no, I'm going to do it anyway. Just the ones that flash, basically. Now, these things are so bright that this here really isn't going to make much of a difference when it's shining through. So, let's get these resistors on here. Got the wiring here ready to go. So I already got these pre-tied together. The short ones obviously go to the top, and then the longer ones go down into the ship and get tied together. All right. Looks like that. Okay, so I got the warp grills here, but I need to put some of the paper sheet over this. It'll help to diffuse the light a little bit more. Not that it really needs to, but then you literally won't be able to see into the engine as well. So just got to trace it out around there and then glue it down. Yeah, so you see I got that on there. I'm going to do the other one, and I'm just using this canopy glue. Alright, so these go in here. Like this. So I gotta build a channel on this side for the wiring and a channel for the wiring on that side. And it should go in quite nicely. So I marked them out where I need to drill down the channels. Now let's put the warp grill in place. Just gonna do a quick light test. Looks good. All right. hoping to avoid this, but it looks like I'll have to put a red LED in there anyway. Couple of 5mm reds, and I'll tie these into the other lights here that stay on, because you don't want to tie them into the light strip. Which way is this? I'm thinking what I'll have to do for these red ones. I need those on a 1K resistor. I guess I'll tie the 1K resistor, this in here, into here, and then tie it into that. Okay. Okay, so I got the red LED there, 1K resistor for it. Got them all tied into there. Let's do a quick light test. Much better. Much better. Much better. Okay. All right. All right. I got red LEDs in there and there. 1K resistors on them. I had to drill another little spot here for the wiring to fit down into. So basically the warp engines are done. Just gonna do a quick light test on these impulse engines to make sure they're gonna light up okay, and then I think we're okay to start putting these ones together. Okay, so I got these things all wired up there. Okay, looks good. Yeah, not too bad there. Impulse engines there. You can see them on, but they're not overly bright, which is what I want. It's like that in the show as well. Okay, now what I'm going to do here is I'm going to run the fiber optic lines to the light. And then once that's done, I'm going to paint them up. And then we can close up the parts. So I'm using heat shrink here. It'll act as a guide for the fiber optic up to the light. Always cut off a longer line than you need. You can trim it later. So just melt the tip down. And then you put it inside. When you melt the tip down, it creates a larger surface area, which means the fiber optic line can get more light from the LED. So just like that, let it cool down. See that they're sticking out quite a bit, so you can trim that down later. It's gonna look really good. All right. Now tie these lines in to the top. Very nice. All right. So I always glue the wires after, because these very thin wires are susceptible to breaking, snapping at the point where you soldered them. There we go, all done. Just gotta let that set now. Woohoo! Okay, with those done, let's get the fiber optics in place here for the navigation lighting. Alright, now we've got this heat shrink to put on these lights for the fiber optics to fall to. So just keep going like that until it's all done. Alright, so now we got all the LEDs in place there. I got them glued using the canopy glue here. Don't use anything harsher, it'll eat right through those fiber optics. So I got them right down as low as I can. Same with the other three for the bottom part. So those go good there. So I had to move these over a little bit to the side so they don't interfere with these ones. The last thing you need are having the pins touching each other, causing a short. I got the fiber optic run there. Looks good. All of these are done now, including on the top up here. And I used a bit larger line that lights up the registry up here. I used 0.30 mil fiber optic. The rest of these are 0.20s. So it looks pretty good. They're all glued down. Gotta let that set, and we can move on. Alright, so I got all of these painted for all the sections that the flasher circuits are in. That's good. Alright, now I got the electronics here I need for the strobe and navigation. Well, that's it for this episode. Please like, subscribe, comment, don't forget to share, and click that notification bell for any future uploads. See you in the next one. Bye-bye.